Oh, wow. Am I finally on live? Let's see. It doesn't say that I'm on live. It says it's still waiting. What's going on? Oh. Well, it's only quarter after. What? Hello, Nichols. How's it going? New Marshall in town. How's everything? Well, we've got sound. My phone says I've got sound. So you must be able to hear me. Well, Colonel Collecting sent me a whole bunch of 2009 pennies. I still have 6 rolls left, so we're going to open a roll. And oh, there you are. So, sorry, with Colonel Collecting, we're going to open a roll of his pennies that he gave me, the 2009 commemoratives with Lincoln standing in front of the Capitol. And we're going to open those right there. 1 whole roll today, maybe 2. I don't know. I have 6 left. My dilemma has always been, do I hang on to them? Might hold on to 1 roll just because, but there's more advantage to finding an error, right? Oh, well, you want to go there first? Well, it's healing slowly. I still have a deep hole right beside my big toe, and the rest of the incision healed up really nicely, but I have 1 spot between the second toe and the big toe where there's still a big cave in my foot. Went back on antibiotics because got a little staph infection for some reason. I'm having the wound care come in every day, but you know, we all carry a staph infection on our skin, so it's really easy to get a culture of a staph infection. But back on antibiotics for another week and see what happens there. Got an appointment with a hyperbaric chamber doctor. Hello, how's it going, AG? We're thinking about doing a hyperbaric treatment, and that's 2 hours a day for 20 days, Monday through Friday. So it'd be 4 full weeks of going and sitting in a hyperbaric chamber and seeing if I can get this thing healed up. But it means staying off my foot a little longer, and so no field hunting yet. But I have an idea. Let me know if you guys, I wasn't going to say anything, but I got to get out hunting. DB, how's it going? But here, look at this. have a, let's see, search hover one. Check out I can find a good picture of it. Oh, I know where I can get a good picture of it. Hang on just 1 second here. I'm not ignoring you. Got to get to and pull up. Now, I got this idea because oh, look at that. Ooh. Funny you should say that, AG. My wife saw on this Facebook app that we have where people get on and they give things away or they pick up things for free, right? And she saw on there a contraption that is an adaptation on a hoverboard. And it looks like this. Oh, I lost it. There we go. Okay, here you go. Gotta turn way down my thing here. That is a hoverboard with a seat on it. Electric hoverboard with a seat. I've written the company and I've asked them for one. Asked them to give me one for review. Yeah, it's a motorized go-kart of sorts. They even have them with 4 wheels, but I think the 3-wheel would be better. What do you think? If you were having to stop walking long distances and needed to get someplace, would you get one of these? Yeah, a motorized big wheel. Drives just like a big wheel. So that's what I'm thinking about. I wrote to the company that makes them and asked them for one and thought, why not? You know, people give out things. I told them my situation, that I had part of my foot amputated and can't walk on my foot for great distances, and would be perfect for me to get around, and I could review it and advertise it, and if it worked, it would be something really cool. Get me around. I could put a box right here, right here. I could adapt a box to go on that part right there, and I'd be low to the ground. I wouldn't have to even kneel. I could just pull up to a spot, metal detected. If I find something, I could just sit there and dig it up. Yeah, it does remind me of the big wheels. The wheels aren't as big, but I don't want them too big. I want them, these are 10 inches, and that would keep me close enough to the ground. And they're wide tires, so they're kind of off-road tires. And let's see if I can pull up the video here. Yeah. We should see it better. So that costs a few $100s, like $300 to $400 for one of those. I love to just go out and get one, but I'm thinking the company might just, feel I would be a good advertising risk. So I'm going to put on some gloves. William E., he always tells me, if you don't wear gloves when you're doing coins. Well, I don't wear gloves when I'm doing the coins I dig up because there's nothing to protect, but I do now wear the gloves to handle these, because these are mint condition, and I keep them as in mint condition as I can. I'm gonna have to re-roll a bunch of them, but I might find something really cool. So anyway, back to my foot. Oh, I'm sorry, AG. Thanks for hanging out for a minute, and thanks for your comments. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button before you leave. Really appreciate you coming in. And thanks for talking with me. So anyway, it's not going to be healed for a little while. Seems to be healing slowly, but a lot slower than every other part of it. Thanks, AG. Is it a glow wave landfire? A glow wave landfire, or is it just AG? You got the big AG there, so I'll just call you AG. It's easier for me to read. So anyway, I'm going to be back out hunting in my wheelchair next week, because I'll be able to do a little bit of the, hey, my money mess, how you doing? Well, don't work too hard, AG. See you again, okay? So anyway, we're going to open up this roll of pennies here. And we're going to remind ourselves, I got my book back here. Found my book. It got toted away with some other things to make room to get into some of my other stuff, and I had to hunt it up. AG Iowa Vet and Fire. Nice. Thanks, New Marshall, for breaking that down for me. Don Sanders is getting prosthetic toes. Really? Well, I'm going to be doing that, but until it heals, I can't do any of that. I can't get prosthetic toes. I don't even really need toes. I just need a spacer between my big toe and, and the other side of my foot where my little toe was. Just something to be a spacer in there to fill the void so my big toe doesn't rub back and forth. I don't even need it to be toes. They probably charge you more if they make them look like toes, huh? I've seen them. I've seen the prosthetics that they make, mostly for cosmetics. I haven't seen too many of the ones that they make for a helper like your exoskeleton, and something that would help me walk. But it surely would help keep my foot from moving back and forth in a shoe. So that's really what I need. But anyway, let's remind ourselves. Oh, I didn't bring my glasses. Am I going to be able to read this? Turn on the light here. So we can see it. 2009 penny. I know it's got two. I think it's got two. Do I have it here? I don't think it's in my book. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, we've got possibility of 2009 for some of the Liberty on the one with him holding the book. Where's the one with him holding the, standing in front of the, I don't see the one with him standing in front of the, maybe it's just the Liberty, doubling on the Liberty and chopped or beveled upper side and lower side. We've got both of them here. This the upper side of the letters, and then the lower side of the letters could be clipped. So I thought there was one somewhere on the Capitol building, but it's not in that book. Anyway. Hey, Richard Metcalf, how you doing today? That's, one of the biggest things that I've got against prosthetic shoes or diabetic shoes and stuff is that when they give you an inside sole, it's just flat. It's thick, and then it's even got a heel and an arch underneath, a spot for an arch. But when you get that sole, it's flat, just like that. And then your foot molds into the foam of it a little bit. But I always thought that when they took your mold, in the beginning, they took a mold and it was, they put your foot down in foam and bring it out, and you'd have a 3D mold of your foot. Then they started doing the 3D scans of your foot, and then they give you a flat sole. Never made any sense to me. Didn't make one iota of sense. But I saw on Instagram where this guy took that foam that they used to use and made a impression of the feet, and then he poured plaster of Paris in that mold and got the exact mold of the foot. Then he took that, turned upside down, put a rim around it, and put rubber in it, silicone rubber in it, and mashed it down and compressed it, and it was a special kind of rubber for making that type of mold, and molded around the foot. And then when you took that off, you had a sole that your foot fit in perfectly. That seems more like what they should have done in the first place with diabetic shoes. That way your foot wouldn't move around, you wouldn't have any problems, you wouldn't have any pressure points. Anyway, that's just my beef. Sorry about that. Rant. My rap went to a rant. Sorry. But anyway, we're going to look at our first penny. Got to turn it around to the another camera. And here we go. So you don't. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, because I can. I've got lots of plaster of Paris. I just need to get. They use that foam like they use for plants, you know, for flowers. Floral foam that they make floral frogs out of. It's real soft, and so when you press it down, it compresses really easy. I've been thinking about that too. That I could make a mold of my feet in that foam, and then, because this is the size of my foot right here. This is the size of my foot. I could use this for a template for the mold to mold for the shoe, because this fits in my shoe. It fits in my shoe perfectly. So I just put a rim around this and lay the plaster of Paris mold in there and get me some of that moldable silicone, press it down in there and make my own sole for my own shoe. I could do that. I just have to make a press to press it down. Hey, going around, what's up, Tupac? How's everything going this fine Wednesday? So anyway, I got lots of ideas, lots of thoughts, lots of cures. So here we go. Let's look at some pennies. Enough about me. Yay, it's working. Okay, penny number one. Okay, we're looking for clips. I have to get a little closer, I think. Maybe. They're really shiny, so it makes it hard to see things. Wonder what would happen if I turned my light off. It would not be as shiny. Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to see without the light either. Oh, maybe. What do you think? With or without the light? Let's see if I... Penny's being so shiny. No, I think I have to have a light to see them. Need to try something here. Oh, that didn't do it. Okay. So, now I'm gonna put this. Yeah, I gotta put it up on full screen so I can see it. That's better. Ooh. Okay, now I can see all the... Now this just came out of the roll. These have never been opened. They weren't circulated at all. Colonel Collecting sent it to me. Only thing I can't see, maybe I can... Can't see my chat this way. I knew there was some reason I didn't do it that way. Let me see if I can bring up my phone and put my sound all the way down. Get my phone here. Okay, now I can see my chat. Might be a little dark. Yeah, I turned the light back on, so. So I'm looking for the clips on the RTY top or bottom. There. I don't see anything there. I don't see any doubling anywhere. I wonder what those little spots are. I guess we talked about this before. I think they're from when they wash the pennies. They get little water spots on them. bumped it. And I thought there was supposed to be an error right there in the top, right where that goes together, the top of the roof and the tower. I think, wait a minute, is that it? Come on. And, huh. Like a chip right on top of the roof. Can you see it? So it looks like there's a die chip right there. Right there. I think that's what I was remembering it. See if I can get something on Google or something, because that's what I was remembering, something right there, and that looks like a die chip right at the roof. Let's see if I can get off my chat here for a second. Let me go back to, oops. Come on, back. There we go. Okay. Well, I can see it there too. Tup. Is that a yep? Yeah, they do. They do. That's why they're the shrinking zinkins. Let's see if. Show me the error on the back of a 2009 commemorative Lincoln cent, the die chip on the building. Oops. Well, I don't think it's going to show me.
really talk values of each of them. First up, we have the birth and early childhood in Kentucky. This one was issued early in 2009. This reverse shows the log cabin where Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809. The mintage was hundreds of millions of these out of Philadelphia and Denver combined. Circulated values generally between 10 and 25 cents if they're super duper clean, but normally are just that face value of a penny. Graded values can get really high though, with ones and even low MS grades being in the $20 to $30 region, and ones closer to mint state breaking $100 or more at auction. But as far as errors and varieties, you can look for quite a few. Look for off-center strikes, broad strikes, and die cracks along the cabin roof. Double dies do exist, but are really subtle, so check United States of America for extra thickness and that doubling, and you'll want to get a loop to really see. So even though they're common, high grade or error examples of these can bring good premiums in for those collectors. The second design is the former of Indiana. This one gets a lot.
Why am I having so much trouble seeing?
This one has the reverse bridge.
I never have any trouble seeing on this.
Rail splitting tools nearby. The design is really, really cool looking in my opinion. Circulated values, of course,
looks like there's
around 1 cent.
Something right there at the C.
15 to 30 cents for these. But graded values, when they're even in low MS grades of MS65, can be around $10 to $30. But closer to mint state around MS67.
Looks like another die chip there. Wait a minute, is that protruding?
There are varieties for this one. This is the famous extra fingers. Several double die reverses have been found where Lincoln's right hand shows an extra thumb or finger. So some of those can sell in upwards of 150 or 200.
That just
in circulating
water pot or
much higher if they grade really well. As far as errors, off-centers, die chips around the book and rail ends, and even misaligned dies have been certified by NGC and PCGS. So if you're roll hunting, this is the design I'd keep a sharper eye on. So bust out that loop and really take a look. The third design is the professional life in Illinois. Lincoln as a lawyer and legislator.
Right, this is one.
The Springfield State House. This is another one of those great designs. Circulated values, of course, can be around 1 cent beat up, but in VF to XF can get around 20 or 30 cents. Now, when you send them off to get graded, they grade really well, especially if they're red, then they can sell in upwards of $100 or more. So even for a regular old penny from the bicentennial designs, this thing sells for really good money. Errors are a little less known for these. They're less flashy than the formative years, but you can still find off-centers, you can still find clips, and die cracks on the building columns. So keep an eye out there. Varieties, there are minor double dies that exist with extra thickness, especially on the word Liberty. You can also see it in the date sometimes, but really you're going to want to focus on Liberty, but they're scarcer than on the previous design. So still worth checking, but there's less varieties and errors out there. And finally, we have Presidency in Washington, D.C. as the design of the reverse. This is another great one. It shows the U.S. Capitol Dome under construction.
Okay, it didn't say anything about that, but it shows that on the picture they have
a penny or two.
So
when they get to VF or XF,
so that mark there on top is not a die chip, I don't think. And that is probably just a stain. Looking a little too close here. It looks just like a watermark there. That little thing, I think, is part of the design. I think it's supposed to be the top of a tree or something, maybe. I don't know. But it looks like it's there. I'm going to check every single penny. Crack from the eye going towards the dome, huh? I don't see a crack, but I remember that now too. that there's a crack. Yeah, but I think that right there is just a water stain, like over here by his head. There's a water stain over there. No, I don't see any crack. That probably, let's set that one aside and see if the next pennies have it. Okay. And if everyone has it, then that's not a, yeah, that's not a error. It's part of the design here. No crack there. I already checked the first scent for Liberty. So in Liberty, I don't see any clips on the top or bottom of the RTY. I don't see any doubling. How's the picture? Okay for you guys? Okay. Cool. Look at these. Haven't been circulated, but they've got little nicks in them. I guess we discussed that before too, right? That they, when they're tumbling them, they get those little nicks. Makes it hard to claim that this is a mint coin after, yeah, see, this coin's got that little clump on top too. Don't see any die crack. No doubling anywhere. Lots of water spots though. Well, hopefully we'll get something here that's really stand outish. We know what they look like if they don't have a flaw in them, don't we? Look for double ears and die chips and clips. Nothing there. No doubling on the date. Okay. No clips in the RTY. No doubling in the date. No doubling in the In God We Trust. No anomalies on Lincoln. No die chips in the pillars or doubling in the pillars, doesn't look like. So, everybody gearing up for the 4th of July? Is that just a water stain on the W there? Probably. No cracks. No doubling. No doubling on the pillars. No clips on the RTY. I'm going to listen to that thing one more time since, hey, Richard, gotta go. Thank you for being here, Richard. Thanks a lot for saying hi. Appreciate you, brother. I'm going to listen to that thing one more time about that.
Hunting, this is the design I'd keep a sharper eye on. So bust out that loop and really take a look. The third design is the professional life in Illinois. Lincoln as a lawyer and legislator standing in front of the Springfield State House. This is another one of those great designs. Circulated values, of course, can be around 1 cent beat up, but in VF to XF can get around 20 or 30 cents. Now, when you send them off to get graded, they grade really well, especially if they're red. Then they can sell in upwards of $100 or more. So even for a regular old penny from the bicentennial designs, this thing sells for really good money. Errors are a little less known for these. They're less flashy than the formative years, but you can still find off centers, you can still find clips and die cracks on the building columns. So keep an eye out there. Varieties, there are minor double dies that exist with extra thickness, especially on the word Liberty. You can also see it in the date sometimes, but really you're going to want to focus on Liberty, but they're scarcer than on the previous design. So still worth checking, but there's less varieties and errors out there. And finally, we have Presidency in Washington, D.C. as the design.
Okay, so not chips on the columns, but die cracks on the columns. Okay, and then, so never know what you might find, huh? So we got our gloves on here to protect the coins. My hands are already sweating. It's not really hot. hard to hold on to the penny to move it with the gloves on, but we'll do it. And I didn't see any clips on the Liberty or double on the date. So we got the penny that has fewer problems than the one where he's sitting on the log reading a book, where it's got lots of good stuff to look for. They're so shiny, it reflects everything. But that's kind of good. If it's reflecting, you should be able to see the errors better, I think. Not complaining, I'm just saying might be able to see better with the reflection, kind of having more light on the subject. We did find a couple of doublings. I've got them in a jar. The last time we went through the first 4 rolls of these. So this got some odd dimpling there. Between the A and the dome. Tiny stuff. Probably just in the planchette, right? Got a spot up there. I don't think those are die chips. There's like a little crack there, looks like. I don't know. Do you see anything that catches your eye there? There's one long line right there between the M and that clump on the building, a dotted line, and then a couple there, like a little crack, and something there, like a little chip. It's probably just planchette related. Set that one aside for a minute. Yeah, it did look like small chips, didn't it? So maybe that was a weak spot. In the plate. Maybe future coins will have larger spots. See, there's none here. There's no spot there and none here. No cracks. I don't see any cracks in the pillars. Okay, let's look at that other one again. Let's keep that one aside. It's interesting looking. Well, going this slow, it'll take a while. No clips on the Liberty. No doubling. And a reflection off the edges there. Doubling on the date. Okay. That's in there. Well, we got a little something there on that one. So see this one. Is that a scratch or? Yeah, it's just a scratch there. Yeah, that's true. That's what he said, and that's what we determined before, I think. But if you find one, I guess it'd be worth. Find one worth $100 would be nice, huh? His face? See something on his face? Back one. Uh-oh. Can't go back one. Oh, the back one on this one, at the back, on his face in the back. See if I got the right coin here. What? Good face. There's a gash across the face. There's a water spot on this one. It's got a few water spots on it. Is this one you're talking about? Okay. Well, I pulled the last three back out. This not going to throw these into the, I have a little bin here that I'm putting them in so I can re-roll them. So I'm not going to put them in until so I don't have to trying to get in so close here I don't have room for my finger. Okie dokie, Tupac. There's another one with a little teeny blemish in it, but I don't think it's a die chip. This is over there. Oh, that was weird. The way the light hit it, I thought there was like pieces out of the 9, but that's just a little watermarks, I think. On the top of the 9 and the zeros, looks like. Yeah, it's got to be just little watermarks. Doesn't look like they're. Let's turn it upside down and see. Yeah. Yeah, there's some like water spots or something on the tops of the numbers. When it's right side up, it looks like there's like a chip taken out of them, but they're not. See, show you what I'm talking about. There, now go to there, and it looks like there's chips taken out of the top of the numbers. What's that? On his collar, another water spot. Those water spots. So, see more water spots. You can see a lot of water spots right in here. All these water spots. Look at the top of the numbers. It looks like they're chipped out, but they're not. That's just water spots doing that. So we got Thanks for looking, Colonel. Yeah, the water spots give you all kinds of different illusions there. And that looks like, wait a minute, does that look like a water spot or a, yeah, it's a water spot. Little spot under the eye there. I need to create a little thing on my 3D printer, I think. Just came up with an idea because I can't get my finger under there. I need something to push the penny or the coin around so I can make different sizes and make them fit coins, set the coin down in it, and then scoot it under there, manipulating it from the outside. So, because my finger, to get close enough here, I can't get my finger under there to hold on to it and push it around. And I gotta scrape it out with a toothpick. I got to get the thing up just a little bit here. Lots of little water spot damages. Oh, that looks like an off center. You think that's off center enough? It is off center. See how narrow that is? How wide that is. It's not enough, huh? Not enough to make it worth any more. Whoa, what's that? What is that? Is that just a cut? Come on. Why can't I get it to focus? Come on. Oh. Can't get it to focus. What do you think? It looks like. Doesn't look like a gouge. Looks more like something pressed into it, into 4 of the pillars there. Come on. Why do you keep... come on. Come on. I try to focus it and it moves. It's so close. I can't get it focused on it. Come on. Why aren't you focusing? It's like... going all the way, full spectrum of my focusing, and it won't focus now. What goes on here? Oh my goodness. All I'm trying to look at is that. It looks like it's probably like where a coin smashed into it or something. That's the best I can get it. Why isn't it focusing? Goodness gracious. It just won't focus that close. Ah. Well, I'm going to set that one aside because it's got an anomaly. It is weird. Can't tell if it's a scratch or not. And when I try to get real close, I can't. Oh, my. My. My camera's acting weird. Never had any problem focusing before to get it close, but see, this one doesn't have anything like that. Did see what I was talking about, right? That cut. Doesn't look like a gouge. Well, I just have to see. Pick up. Okay, here we go. Last, I'm gonna do like 5 and then pick them up and put them in the bin. Come on. Just barely touch it and my focus goes off. That really sensitive today. I don't know what in the world I'm doing wrong today. Got to be something. Okay. So we should be able to finish up this roll today. Maybe I'll do another one Friday. What do you think? You guys all right with looking at pennies again on Friday? Thanks, New Marshall. I'm keeping like 3 of the last ones just in case you guys saw something that I didn't see before I put them in the bin so I don't have to hunt them up. Oh, you know what I gotta go do? Yeah, you guys look at this one for a minute. I'm turning over the other side. See if you can conjure up a crack in there or something. I'm gonna go over to my YouTube channel because I'm doing something wrong here. I forgot that I've got to go to and find, oh, it's not, what? Well, that's weird. I had to go someplace totally different. I was looking for it a while ago. YouTube changed things on me again. Every time they change things, I've got to go on a scavenger hunt. So what? Why can't I get any information on it? Okay. Now I can go in and today is the 1st, right? Today is the 1st. So I can go in and give away 5 memberships today. So let's see. Skip and go down here to And I can do that. So, some fun memberships right now. Let's see who gets them. Okay, so we got Andrea Clyburn. Congratulations. And we have Eternal Revenue, 97. Okay. And Dan Dizzle Supermod, 30. Congratulations. N8I. Okay. Congratulations. And Shadow Orc. Shadow Orc or Shadow Work? Shadow Work. Okay, that'll work. Okay, congratulations to Andrea, Eternal, Danny Dizzle, and Aha, and Shadow Work. Cool. All right. So we'll go back to the studio over here. See if somebody comes in. So anyway, just a little scratch there. That's not, that's just a scratch. Let's turn it around. Yeah, it's just a scratch. If you think you see something, turn it upside down and see. So, go a little faster here. We might not make it through the whole roll. You're going to look them too closely. Got a couple of coins that are kind of interesting, though. This is more tedious looking for errors like this than metal detecting. It's more stressful. Of course, I'm not stressed out. So, were you guys all here when I told you my idea to help me get around? Yeah, I don't have any money to go get quarters. I'd be looking through quarters today if I had $100. I'd go get 10 rolls of quarters to look through it. I know that Gordon Round's going to be doing quarters tonight, aren't you, Tupac? So you got 5 boxes. . Yeah. So, Tupac, you doing quarters tonight? Or are you still with your halves? You think they'd be hard to sell looking for one of those 4th of July quarters? Should ask tonight. See if anybody wants to try and find a 4th of July quarter. Throw a couple rolls out and see. Have you found anything yet? Have you found a 4th quarter with the 4th of July on it? Okay. No clips on anything yet. It's special. I trust that they haven't in the past, but this is a little bit different, huh? No, maybe not. Maybe not. I bet there's a lot of poor jokers out there like me that can't afford anymore to Used to be able to. And play with the gifts and the buying of rolls and stuff. Days gone past. Hello. Got a cat in my lap. Babysitting for Character Alley's animals today. I got cats and dogs and bears and lions and tigers. Oh, this roll's almost three-quarters of the way through, and it's only presented a couple of anomalies, but not anything really fantastic. One might be, it might be something. It doesn't look like it was like scratched. It's a different thing. Let's show it again in a minute. It looks like well, I hope you. I know that they said that they were going to be out in rolls into circulation today on the 4th of July ones. 4th of July quarter. Supposed to be out today. If you got them before today, I don't think they had them available before today. But so, what's in a roll? Is there just, they've got special coins and they've got 2026 coins that are just regular 2026 coins in the roll, or are they mixed in with a bunch of 2025s and stuff? So I kind of wanted to go get a couple of rolls, but it didn't work out this month. Had to buy a new microwave. Our microwave went out, so we had to buy a new microwave because you can't live without a microwave, you know. Can't do it. Dumping a lot of cold coffee if you don't have a microwave. Lots of water. I didn't know they washed them in anything to make spots on them. Could be just like Colonel Clegg said, they'd start decomposing already. Oh, I forgot, you don't drink coffee. But you use a microwave for other things, right? Heating up your food. So we aren't running across much of anything. The die chip and cracks arena today, but you know, they're few and far between, as we were told by the gentleman on the. There's a lot fewer anomalies than flaws in this one. Oh, oh, you're just going to keep buying them up and circulating them till we get the new boxes. That's a good idea. You got some circulating. I think that's what you call it, right? Circulating money, because you go through them, take it back, buy a new, go through them, take it back, buy a new. Recycling money. So, anyways, we're looking for chips and die cracks. And doubling. Yep. If I could remember the tune, I'd sing it. But the circle of life. Oh, I thought I had a double D there, but I didn't. Nothing so far. Ooh, haha, text message. Oh, I thought it had doubling on the B there, but it didn't. I think my friend is sending me a bunch of, he likes to send me pictures of where he goes out where I hunt. He goes out and rides his bicycle where I hunt and shows me pictures of where I've been hunting, different places. At least I can look at them. Cool. Oh, that looks like a little dye chip. That might be a zinc pimple though, behind the white on Liberty. It is not a water spot. It looks like a little teeny chip like that one that we found a minute ago back above the tower. You're right in here, in this area. So similar to that. Nothing there. Popular. No. He just sends a lot of pictures. Only a couple more pennies to go. And I've done them just in time. About 2 hours is about up. So we got enough time to look at these last 3 pennies and keep your fingers crossed. Maybe we'll find something in one of these last 2 here. If not, we always have another roll on Friday. Got some scrapes and water spots. Last penny. Got a fly on his nose there. No doubling there, no clipping, no doubling. Yeah. Okay. So out of all 50 pennies, we got 2. One that has this weird anomaly on the tower. Like cut, but not a cut. It looks more like pressed into it, like it was on the die or something. And then right yeah, but there's a couple scratches right there next to Lincoln. Not in the same angle. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to take a better look at that. I don't know what to make of it. It is totally different. This one, it seems to be a little more banged up than the others in that sense. But then we've got this one, which has about, there's two lines there. You see them, one under the M, a little dotted line of eight chip type things, and then some right above the tower right there, little three dots there. And there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots right there under the M. And then there's two over here under the T. And it looks like there might be a couple over here under the D. I don't know what those are. They're not scratches, they're not water spots. They're actually raised spots. Like scratches in the die. Okay, that's all we got out of it. These two out of 50 pennies, but that's okay. No, that's a water spot. Okay, and we got these two out of that. So, back to my mug here for a minute. So it was really good seeing all you guys today. Appreciate you being here, really do. And I know you've got a lot of things to do. And anyways, one more time, tell me what you think of this before I go. I got this idea. I've written to the company and see if they'll work with me on it to get me one so that I can review it for them and use it. And that's the it's the hoverboard called the Beast. It's got 10-inch wheels, and it's got a seat on it, and the back wheels are the hoverboard, and you put this frame on it, and you can scoot along like a big wheel. What you think about that? No, it's not. It's an adult. It's for adults. There's they've got them for children too, but this one is an adult. It's called the Beast. It's big enough to carry me. It's got a 300-pound limit, so this will get me around, so I don't have to walk the distances, and then I can even hunt from it. I can pull up someplace and detect around it, and if I find something, I can be close enough to the ground to dig it up. I could be independent again. Don't hurt myself. It's powered. It's an electric hoverboard. You know, like the one they stand on. See right here. Here is the hoverboard over here, and it's it's one of these. What? It's like this, and that goes underneath the frame, hooks to it. And this is one of those hoverboards you stand on, and then you hook the frame to it. And then you've got this little bad boy. Oh, you ruined my fun. I can't go jump in it. Build me a ramp. Zoom. But this is what I'm going to be working on getting. And I wrote the company, and I told them my dilemma, and sent them my channel, and told them that about my foot and everything, that this would be the perfect vehicle for me to get around in, and if they would like to do some collaboration with me and send me one, I would do some great advertising for them and review it every day I went hunting. Think they'll work with me? I'll check my email right now and see if they, I don't think they got back to me. They're really hard to get a hold of, these companies. Nope, no email yet. So I got a reply right back from them, but it was one of those, thank you for getting in touch, and we'll be in touch with you. And it does have shocks on it, though. The seat has shocks. I think it does. Let me see if it shows them there. See, it has shock under the seat. But yeah, I think that would be a cool way to get around. And whoa. I'm misting away. So anyways, what is the matter here? Now you don't have to look at me. I don't know why the focusing won't automatic focus on this camera anymore. It worked great for a while, but somehow. Let's go back out of it. Before I leave, I want to see if I can get back the focus by going out and back in. Oh yeah. Oh, so that's all it takes is to turn it off and turn it back on. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me go through my pennies. And I will come back on Friday, as I have nothing better to do except to be with you. There you go. So you guys are awesome. God bless you all. Take really good care of yourselves. and see Friday, which is the 3rd, and we'll be celebrating the 4th of July, and you'll be doing fireworks that night, right, Tupac? So don't forget, running around this evening at 4:30 or 3:30, and it's going to have all kinds of good things. Be back Friday, all right? Later, guys. Have lots of fun. Talk to you soon. What's that?